DG, can you just take us through what happened at the championships? Because we had a host of swimming, but we thought that there would be some other sports that would also be on display. That wasn't the case, however.
No, we've got, thanks very much. We've got very different sporting codes during this school championship taking place at different places. Some were taking place in the Northwest. Now we are in the Gauteng, where we are having also athletics that took place. And now we are dealing with literally the swimming component of our work. So this has been part and parcel of the National School Championship, where we've got 9 provinces that are participating. And these 8 provinces, and Northern Cape could not make it to the championships. And then we've got more than just about 420 learners who are participating. And what is important for us was that it includes also the learners with disability who are also part of this championship. And that then makes us really feel quite happy that the championship of swimming is including all learners, irrespective of their ability or ableness. And we are happy that this is now the last mile. We were going to have the closing ceremony, but it has been really an exciting journey for the learners who have been able to participate.
What was the response like, considering the disruption that COVID-19 has had on the development of sport at this competition?
It has been quite amazing that the learners were able to perform at the highest possible level. As we know that swimming saves lives, and we always say that. But these learners, some of them did not even have opportunity for trials, but at the end of the day were able to come and perform at a level that they did. What is important is that they understand that when they participate at this level, they have an opportunity then to be part of a national team. We always inspire them to always think big and think about Olympics, think about Commonwealth Games, and think about Africa Games where they can be able to go and represent the country. And we have seen enormous talent. And what was good also was just the issue of representation, and not just in terms of the Paralympian, future Paralympians and young Olympians, future Olympians, but also that the community of those who were in attendance were a reflection of South Africa's demography, something that we're trying to deal with in terms of social cohesion and nation building. And there was the excitement, you could feel it through and cut the atmosphere with the knife, atmosphere of excitement that these learners at last, despite COVID, and most importantly, despite limited time to practice, they've been able to be there and they participate. Now we are looking at, we also have scouts that are there available who can be able to assist us to identify the best talent for higher performance centers, but also for those who in future might qualify for ministerial bursary that we try to use to identify and nurture the best talent so that we've got more Tatanas and not just one Chad the Claw after so many years. Because our success begins with school sport, and we believe our national teams will benefit if we've got high performance level of school sport.
DG, prior to these championships, there was a circular that was given to provinces saying that the preferential procurement was going to be suspended for a period of 12 months, which saw the school athletics championships cancelled at the very last minute and also put the school sport championships under cloud. What did you say to those learners that were getting ready to come and participate and that were denied the opportunity through what was an administrative error?
No, there is no administrative error, Valen. The issue was that with procurement processes, you cannot now undermine what the CONCORD have said. And it was important to give proper guideline to the provinces as they prepare, because otherwise they might be found to be in contempt of court. So we needed to first get what we call exemption as per the guidelines by National Treasury. For the games, any game that is going to cost more than 30,000, as National Treasury is addressing this matter with the Concord, as well as through the public comments that were out there on the regulations that they have published. So that is something we unfortunately could not avoid. But what we were able to then gain was that the provinces were still, because they were ready, that is why we were able to proceed as soon as the clarity and the exemption was provided, and that is why we've got those. But I must say, as you've asked a question, humble myself and really apologize to the learners who, because of that decision-making during that process, some of them could not make it. But I'm sure that with now the clarity and how we are dealing with the issues of this Concord judgment, we should, and the way Treasury has been really of great help in providing direction on this area, that we continue to have more of the learners participating as long as we get exemptions and as long as we also apply on time. But these things just happen so close to one another that some of the learners were bound to be unfortunately disappointed. But the majority of the teams that were to be here, as I've said, 8 provinces with more than 400 learners, and with the great support of their educators as well as the volunteers who are supporting this program. We are very excited that we've been able to host these national championships, and I'm sure that next year they will be even bigger than what happened this year. But we really and truly would like to apologize for any child whose dream to participate here was shattered by not being able to attend because of those challenges that we faced. But we can't flout court judgments at the end of the day. We have to make sure that there is nothing that we can call undermining of the court.
DG of Sports, Arts and Culture, Vusumuzi Mkhize, thank you so much for chatting to Newzroom Afrika. All the best of luck with the closing ceremony of the school autumn games.